Let's talk about some of the ones we left off then. Because I don't know, just any honorable mentions that you guys specifically wanted to hit.
Yeah, I got a bunch.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Elephant Man's Bones.
I'm surprised you didn't have that as your in your top five. I was
Love that
shocked you
album.
didn't have that in your top five.
I Come on, man. I told you I had trouble with this. This was super hard to me.
Yeah.
I love that album.
I'm surprised
Played a ton.
you like cheat codes more than that. I'm surprised.
I played them both a ton. I don't know how I could pick cheat codes. I played it a ton. All I mean, they came out with a month apart or something like that. I was super hyped when that Marcy dropped. I bought merch day one. Like, I love Rock Marciano. I'm a huge fan.
I'm surprised you have Jid over there.
I thought the Jid album was very good and refreshing in a different way. So I guess that might be what it is I might be penalizing Rock because I've heard Rock do this. And I this is basically what I expected to hear, basically, which is still amazing. It's still great, but I guess I'm giving Jid more credit because he's a newer artist, getting more established, showing his range, doing some different things, and I thought he did some real clever stuff. So that's why I gave it the nod over Elephant Man's Vogue. He had some cool stuff, some cool stories, just some of the things that was in the Forever Story. I thought that kind of took it over this Rock album because I didn't think Rock did too much beyond kind of what I'm getting from him all the time. And I love what he does, so I ain't mad at that. But that's why I kind of gave it. That's why I had Jid at my number five.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Because I listen to Rock too. I mean, Elephant Man's Bones as well, and I like that album as well. But I'm just not as big a fan as you. I definitely thought you were gonna have it when you said your number two, which I forgot what you had number two. I was like, yeah. And I was shocked. I was like, oh wait, so is he gonna have Elephant Man's Bones number one? Because I know he's gotta have Elephant Man's Bones, but KD3 is definitely gotta go to this list too. So I'm confused. So
like I said, man, it was hard. It was hard. I know the Marcy fans mad at me, man. But yeah. And then I had who else I had in there? I had Drill Music and Zion was right there. Continuance was right there. One album we didn't talk about, Kiss the Ring.
That
was really good.
Yeah, the Wrong Streets.
I thought that was really good. I mean, it's another Griselda album, but I thought he was really good on it. Like, he didn't get outshined on his stuff. I guess Westside put it together, had it right. Production was great. Bars was great. It was good. And then this is one I'm kind of mad we didn't talk about was Melt My Eyes, See the Future. Melt My Eyes, See the Future, man, is a great album, man. Denzel Curry, man. This album is really, really good. It came out early in the year, so I stopped playing it as much by this point in the year with so many albums. But it was really good.
See, this one I mean I have to go back to because when I listened to it, to me it didn't make my top 10. Like that. It wasn't one that I had in rotation a lot. So I have to go back and listen to it. Let's see, yeah.
Those would be mine. And then Pusha T, of course, It's Almost Dry. That was good. That was a cool album. I really liked it. I saw Push this year. I saw Currency this year. So both those shows are really good, and they both played their newest stuff at the show. So those were the good ones. I really like those albums. Which y'all got that didn't make the
cut? I got so some things that didn't make the cut for me that I really enjoyed this year. The Logic, Vinyl Days. I usually think Logic is the lamest rapper.
No, that was good.
Yeah, I think Logic is usually the lamest rapper, man. I was a big Logic hater, so I would love to, come on here and make a video like Logic's overrated, type of thing. But I thought this album was great. I really had nothing against it. I thought it was fun to listen. He's a good rapper. And he makes, I think he can be corny. He definitely can be. I think that's just him. But this album, he didn't go into a bunch of the, trying to do radio corny concepts. He just decided
not
to
as much
rap.
fighting either.
Yeah, not as much
Not
biting.
They keep it to a minimum, telling us that he's black.
And when he was biting, it was obvious. He was just like, "Oh, I want to do a song. I want to do this. I want to have a song like this." And so it was just like, okay. And then the songs are quick too, like 2 minutes. Boom, just raps, and that's it. You know, it was so.
That was a good album. That was a good album.
Yeah. Also, Trill Static 2. Big fan of that album. I love Static Selector. I've always loved his compilation albums. I love when he works with everyone he works with. But I really thought Bun B was spitting on this album. I think Bun B is underrated. Legend. He's underrated as a lyricist. From the South. I don't think he gets the credit that he should. As a lyricist, but yeah, Bun B was killing this album. And I
gotta agree with all that.
Yeah, so I definitely I had that in my top 10. Even I thought it broke my top 10. But I think that album was great. I've been listening to it recently. Lecrae, Church Clothes 4. That was a great album. Lecrae, Christian rapper, but I thought that was a good album. He kind of talks a lot about the issues he had with, the Christian community and stuff like that. People talking about how, when he stood up for like all the Black Lives Matter stuff and stuff like that. A lot of the evangelicals kind of push back on that type of, stuff he's talking about. So he talks about a lot of that stuff in this album. It's good. Okay. I like it.
I ain't hit that one, man. You know what else I ain't hit, man? That Elzhi, man. Was that in your top 10?
It was not. It was not in my top 10. I listened to it, but
you didn't like it.
It's not that I didn't like it. It wasn't my top 10. It wasn't. I'm an Elzhi fan, but
exactly
to me, he hasn't made a great effort since what was it? The Lead Poison? Is that?
I like Lead Poison. Yeah, I ain't like the last couple of them.
Right. I don't know what it is. I mean, I think he is a great rapper. He's probably one of the best rappers. I mean, we talk about lyricism. Elzhi is one of the best in the game right now. Easily, I would say top 5 rapper out currently, but he does not make top 5 music, in my opinion.
Nah, man. Top 5 is Sci-Hi.
That's the thing, man. People can't compare Sci-Hi with people like Elzhi, man. You're gonna make me go on a rant, man. That's not the same even level of lyricism. It's not the same.
The industry just holding him back, man. If they stop holding him back, man, you'll get it. Best albums ever.
Let's see, what else, man? I had also, I wanted to talk about, I gotta talk about my boy Big Pooh from Little Brother dropped the album To Dream in Color.
It was good.
It was a good album. It did not make my top 10, but it is a good album, and I love that he talks about again, this is what I've always loved about Little Brother. They talk about real life stuff, relatable stuff. He's talking about, having to drive Uber and things like that. As a rapper, I think that, this is the type of stuff that other rappers are too afraid to talk about. Other rappers, people talk about in hip hop, all these things, how it's, struggling artists or stuff like that. But no one's actually brave enough to actually talk about it and address it. And I love that Big Pooh made a super relatable album talking about his, his life,
Yeah, it was surprisingly good.
Yeah.
I thought he was rapping better than I expected too. I mean, I thought it was good. It was a good album.
You said this man was talking about being an Uber driver?
So yeah, he's talking about driving Uber, yes.
All right, dog.
Okay, well, what's your job? Hold on, now.
I'll let you have it, dog. Hey,
no.
As an Uber driver, dog.
Nah, that
ain't what I want to do, dog.
It's not about what you want to do. I'm saying he talks about what he had to do in a time when you need to pay bills. You do whatever you need to pay bills. That's all.
Like everybody else.
Put it on wax, huh? All right,
and what's wrong with that? This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the reaction that I hate. Like, why? What's wrong with
hear
that?
that, dog. You failed at being a rapper. Go be an Uber driver. What are you
He
rapping
didn't
for?
fail. He still
I don't
dropped
want
an
to hear
album.
that.
He's not.
It's
Yeah,
not a fail.
about to say,
Anybody
if you
could
fail,
drop an
you
album. I could
don't
drop
be
an album
classic.
right now.
Okay, but he's talking about what he did in the past. He's not even talking about currently. He's talking about what he had to do in the past and the time when he was in between albums.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many rappers? There's plenty of rappers, especially rappers. In the past who had bad deals and stuff like that from their labels, who were rich at one point and then go broke, and but they don't talk about it. They're not gonna bring it up. They're not gonna say that they went broke. They're not gonna drop an album talking about how they broke. They're just gonna fade into obscurity and be broke.
Or keep fronting, or front about it in a song or something like that. You know what I mean? Rent the jewels back.
Take it till you make it is what they say, ain't it?
See, no, that's lame.
That's not always the case, man. That's not always the case, man.
Yeah, speak your truth.
I don't want to hear that broke
Whatever the truth
shit,
is.
dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to hear about no nigga being broke like me.
Why not? Why would you want
to talk about being broke?
But you can't write. You're not a good writer.
I'm right. Trust me. Don't nobody know me better than me.
That don't make no sense. Why wouldn't you want to listen to something you can relate to? This is my thing. This is why I wanted to bring up the Big Pooh. Why wouldn't you want to listen to something you can relate to?
Because that's not inspiring. I listen to music. If I'm listening, okay, the only type of music I relate to is when I'm sad and I listen to sad music. Otherwise, when I'm happy and I'm listening to songs, it's to inspire me to do better and be better and try to achieve my goals.
Yeah, you listen to Drake. Hold on now. You listen to the Drake.
Inspire you to disrespect the woman.
Yeah, exactly. So what does that inspire you to do?
Get my money up.
They not only half the time they don't talk about money that much. You talk about women. They
talk about get your money up how though? Like a lot of the rappers will tell you how to get your money up in a way that'll get you in jail. You'll be in a RICO like Gunna.
And then I snitch like Gunna. But
and your career be over like Gunna.
I don't know. I don't need somebody to tell me how to make the sausage per se all the time. Sometimes, yeah, some rappers you do need that from. And there's some rappers that I listen to that are like that. But sometimes I don't need to hear that.
You know what's funny?
Rich nigga
this
talk.
is especially funny to me because you say you like to read people's autobiographies and stuff like that, and in that they talk about their struggles, how they made it, yada yada, stuff like that. Sure. So why is it wrong if this is a famous rapper? He's got money now. He's just like I said, but he's talking about his life and he talks about his struggles through his career. And why is that a bad thing to hear in a song? To him to talk about his life. It's the same as an autobiography.
Especially in hip hop, where it's supposed to be authentic.
No, you're right. I was picturing it as him rapping like, now I currently drive Uber driver. I'm a current Uber driver and I'm rapping on the side. Or I'm Ubering on the side of me rapping. Which, even still.
I mean, that's what he was doing. I've heard rappers talk about having to catch rides to shows because they ain't got no money and things like that. I mean, I think that's interesting to hear about that. I think we do have a thing in hip hop where it's like people gotta be a celebrity, a superhero kind of. It's like wrestling kind of. You playing a character, and that's cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I love it, like a Ghostface or some of these other artists that have more of that type of character as their thing of a Doom or something like that.
See, I love Doom because he's playing a character and he's playing a character that is obviously a character, not a character that's trying to make you think he's a real character.
So that's what the thing is.
He's playing a supervillain. Like he's playing
modes, I guess. You could get into that. You know what I mean? I think that like people talk about this all the time, but like to me and most people, I don't know how everybody feels differently about it, or some people probably feel differently about it, but you can be a working man level musician where you just do gigs around your town and you are not famous and you have regular type of, or you have to go to all these gigs a week to make your bills paid. And I grew up, growing up in New Orleans, those artists are around. They're not a big time living. They work but they play an
Mhm.
instrument for a living instead of doing something else. And so, like in this type of situation, we got a man that is basically he's a working class rapper that is known, but he's not balling. He can't sit up there and lie about having millions of dollars he ain't got. So that's interesting. I do talk to people and they're like, you're not a successful musician if you can't eat off it or can't make a ton of money off it. But if all your bills are paid and you're making average working man money, it sounds like you have a nice life if that's what you like to do, if you're enjoying yourself.
For sure. And I'm fine with that. Like, old Currency wasn't making millions of dollars. Even now, I'm sure he doesn't make millions. He might make 3 million a year, if that.
No,
But
Currency got
he's not.
money. He talk
I mean,
about
$3
he talk
million
about
a
money
year.
all
That's
the time,
making
yeah.
millions.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
talking
no,
about,
that's what I'm
and
saying.
he talk about
So-
he's driving his real cars in his videos and stuff.
Right.
He's
Right.
always
Yeah,
talking
but
about
they're
the
like
money he
old
got.
schools. He not
That's what he
driving
likes.
Ferraris
That's
and
what-
Lambos. Exactly.
He has a Corvette.
And yeah,
He has like one of the only Z06s or whatever.
but that's not unattainable, is what I'm saying.
It's
Drake's
pretty
money-
unattainable. It's pretty
I won't be
unattainable.
buying no Corvette.
I don't think so.
Most
I can
likely.
picture myself doing that one day. So I mean,
I
it's
can
not.
picture
I don't-
myself doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
That don't mean it's gonna happen.
No.
I can picture myself dunking on LeBron, but that ain't gonna happen, man.
No, my realistic goals in life can bring me to owning a Z06. So
See, I think this is no. See, I think this is our skewed view of this is the American dream, right? That's what they sell you. Everyone can get rich, and this is the hip hop dream as well. Everyone gets super rich, but then people don't talk about. I mean, like I said, Big Pooh had an interview, and he talked about this very thing. He said something like, I forgot. He says 90-something% of all artists on Spotify do not make money, right?
Mhm.
You know, and the fact that he makes money to live on from this career, that he's done it. They never blew up, but they have rap classic albums that are considered classics in the larger community. You ask anyone about the Minstrel Show, and they're gonna say, "Oh, that's a classic hip hop album." You don't gotta be some super nerdy backpacker to have heard of that album. And so this is a hip hop legend. You know, we're talking about somebody who's made a classic album that is part of a group that's made a classic album, and he's talking about the realistic outcome from that, right? That he didn't make money from that. Not enough to be a baller, like you said. And he talks about several things. He talks about how he went out and he got a Lexus through his album. Like he went out in front and got some expensive car that he did not need. He talks about a lot of these things in his album. And that's what makes it so great. You see a realistic view of a rap life. Because that's the realistic view. What the dream that people have is all of Drake's.
Well, that's a small percentage.
Very small.
I mean, you can make Drake is a top. Everybody can't be at the top.
Exactly.
Other rappers are going to be like making less than Drake, and then so on and so forth. So everybody's not making tons of money, and that doesn't bother me. I won't eliminate you from my listening based on you telling me that you're not rich. We can see it might be trash, might be good, but you not being rich is not going to preclude it.
Right. And that's the thing. That's what I feel like is crazy to me. Because that's exactly what your attitude is. He's driving Uber, laugh at him. It's like,
I am.
Why?
When you get in the Uber, you laugh at the people that's driving.
Yeah.
No,
you gotta
but
drive
they
me
also
home.
aren't rapping.
But who knows?
But what if they did? What if they did rap? Like, what do you mean? What if their
Yeah.
dream was to rap?
That's fine.
You'd be like, shut up and drive me home, peasant.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit in the car. Please don't pay it. Please don't play it in the car. But
They can't hand you a free demo with your
They
water.
could. I
Your
would listen,
bottled
probably.
water and a free demo.
I would listen probably too. But
No, you wouldn't.
yeah, 100%. I support everybody.
You got a CD
Everybody
player
I
laying
meet-
around.
Yeah, I still drive a car that takes CDs.
Oh, okay.
See that just shows your attitude towards working people.
Yeah.
That's Americans' attitude towards working people. You're not rich, you lame. That's trash. Cause you not
It's
rich.
not for me, man.
And most people not rich.
Me,
That's what's so crazy about it. Most people not rich.
Yeah.
If everybody was rich, then we'd all be rich. Like nobody would be working at McDonald's.
That's the trick that hip hop and all these corporations have given you, to love the 1%, hate yourself, and diss everybody that's just like you if they talk about being like you.
No, I don't need them to tell me what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like to be broke. I am broke. Thank you. I don't need to listen to.
But he's not telling you what it's like. He's telling you
together.
about himself.
He got a different story than me.
Yeah.
It's different
Everybody
for him.
got a story, dog. Everybody got problems, man. I'm good.
Well,
I'll just choose what I'll. If the
but you'll listen to a rich man tell you about his problems with women,
and you'll listen to the same people talk about the exact same thing. How they sold drugs and now they're a rapper. You'll listen to the 1,000 same stories.
That's not true. That's what I'm saying. I don't listen to music that much, so that's not true. I got these two people that I listen to that make my ignorant music. That's my ignorant side. Boom, got that. Got Drake, which is my mindless pop music. Cool, got that. Got my J. Cole sometimes, every now and then when he want to drop what his introspective stuff. Got that. And then I listened to this Frank Ocean album that came out 5 years ago, and that's it. When I'm sad, where I feel like singing.
All right,
we
got
all my moods covered.
That works for you, man.
All right, whatever.
I don't
man.
listen to music like that.
Whatever. I think people should check out that Big Pooh. It's like I said, it's interesting. Like I said, I don't. It's not a top 10 album, but it is unique.
It's cool. It's cool.
What it is. Yeah, it's an album not like any others that came out this year. So he's got a unique story to tell. Yeah, so those are the main ones that I felt like I left off. I mean, there were, of course, plenty of others. I could keep listening. There were so many great albums this year.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the main ones I felt like I left off.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce, what you got?
Also, I got that D-Day, Gangsta Grills, J. Cole, Dreamville, and Gangsta Grills album. That was pretty dope. Yeah. I was super excited to hear that. I was at Dreamville Fest when they dropped it, so that was dope. Yeah, man, it was just a classic Gangsta Grills mixtape. It was dope, man. Great energy. That's what I wanted to hear. Some hype. J. Cole over hype beats like that. So it was great. But I think that's the only other album I gave a listen to in 2022.
What we got? You got other categories you breaking down, Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, we could. I want to talk about, of course, me. Who's the best lyricist of the year, or the best lyricists of the year? We can talk about who's the best. Yeah, who's people doing the best rapping this year.
That's hard.
Yeah. Or
it's got to be Lupe, right?
See, Lupe is the easy answer, I feel like, but
Lupe, Thought, Nas.
I would say Kweli.
I don't think Kweli had as much as them.
Kweli had more than Lupe. He's got more than Lupe. Kweli.
Okay. Well, there you go, Kweli. Then I'm with it.
And then Ransom, I think.
Yeah.
Because he dropped a lot this year.
Yep.
So, and he featured on a bunch of other people's stuff. So if it's quantity along with quality, then I think it's definitely got to be Ransom and Black Thought, Nas, Lupe, Kweli. Yeah. Marcy. Now, so you think Marcy's rapping better than which of those people?
Kweli.
You think he's rapping better than Kweli this year?
Yeah, no, man. I think Marcy destroys track.
But okay, does he have a single verse better than? Okay, well, so Kweli, Peppers was a great feature. I mean,
I think Peppers is song of the year. So if you're gonna make me choose, that's fine. I'll give it to Kweli. But I mean, I would think in general overall, I would take Marcy.
What a
song of the year. If you made me pick one song, it's Peppers. You made me pick one verse. It had to be probably something on Drill Music and Zion. I know, man. You see what I'm saying? Or I mean, it could be one of the Ransom songs, but that would. That's what I'm saying. That's hard. So I think Marcy's deserve to be up there, but I don't know what the ranking is. I don't know what we ranking them. I'd have to sit down and go through and parse verses to really rank them.
Right. Well, my thing is, okay, so to me, the thing is, I didn't, I listened to a lot of these albums, and Marcy had a few features, but none of them were like, he stole the show sort of thing.
Marcy comes on the track and bars that shit up, man. He bars the songs up.
He does, but he usually on tracks with other rappers as well. I mean,
and he out raps them.
Okay, so which song you feel like he took over this year?
I don't know all the features, man. I gotta look through all the features, man. Like,
but Peppers instantly came to your mind. This is
Peppers came to mind as the song of the year.
Right. So this is what I'm saying.
Okay, so, well then Peppers is the song of the year.
So this is why Kweli, he's got songs, got just verses that stand out.
Okay, so you got Kweli,
Supreme Alchemy on their album and stuff like that. I wouldn't say I'd be fine with him saying
the best verse on their album.
Okay, and Kweli's got the second best.
Okay. But then why I don't give it to Black Thought?
Okay, we could give it to Black Thought too. So you say we gotta pick one. You only want to pick one.
I'm only out to pick one.
Is that what we're doing, or we pick five?
I'm not saying nothing. What I'm saying is it's hard for me to pick. It's hard to pick.
Well, I feel like those 5 names we listed, I feel like all the 5 nominees.
Yes.
Like,
okay.
I feel like I would have Kweli in those 5 over Rock.
Okay.
Right? I just don't feel like Rock meets the level of those 5 people. That's what I'm saying. This year. Not that he's not a great rapper.
I disagree, but okay.
Well, I mean, like I said, I don't know. I could go back and listen to some of the Elephant Man's Bones albums. Tracks. But I don't think anything stands out to me in that way. So, I mean,
Bryson,
I don't know.
What do you think, Bryson? You on the lyricist of the year thing?
Never. No, not I.
Yeah, I think there's a strong case for any of those people. I think Lupe is, pretty much any verse Lupe drives, I feel like is the most lyrical. Anytime he drops an album, it's always like the most lyrical of the year. And then same with Black Thought. Again, he's consistently just at that level. So I feel like it's hard to not pick them. But I think I want to, I just want to give it to either Ransom or Kweli because they are lesser.
Okay, look, I'm with that. I'm down to give some new people some love and shine. Also, people that don't normally get to shine, they deserve. When you look at stuff like Grammy noms and things like that, like they'll have lyricists of the year be like Meg Thee Stallion.
Oh,
it's like that stupid shit out of here.
Yeah.
But what else you got?
What